I don't want to be a bad guy. I don't want to be that bad person. Is one of the most common thoughts that comes to our minds when we as managers or leaders are entrusted with the responsibility of having a tough conversation or giving a feedback or opinion that is not positive. Today, we all work in a global environment and interact with people from across multiple cultures. I believe that the way we give feedback is strongly influenced by the cultures that we come from. People in certain cultures give open feedback. They do not hesitate to give feedback that is direct and could be negative or not positive, and they're not overtly concerned about the impact it may have on the person receiving it, which I think is a better option than people in certain cultures who are who are polite and tend to in fact throw away compliments as feedback even when there is no need. For example, you may have heard of this compliments: you are a rock star, you are awesome, you are the best. Such people are apprehensive about giving feedback that is critical, or they're apprehensive about having a tough conversation, maybe because they are concerned about the impact it may have on the other culture. And interacting that way, giving compliments to each other, is probably pretty normal in the culture where they come from. But for somebody like me sitting in India, where finding a compliment is like finding a needle in a haystack, getting showered with compliments like that could be absolutely misleading. I could be living under a glorious illusion of being a star performer. Imagine my shock when probably 12 months down the line, I'm having a conversation where my manager is giving me a feedback that my performance has not been up to expectations. So, how do we actually solve this problem? I think it's obviously an effort from all parties concerned. Organizations should make it a point, whether they are big or small, to have a guidance system or guiding system, sorry, and educate all parties concerned about the intercultural dynamics in working relationships, which is very, very important. Number two, organizations should put in efforts to build a culture where giving, receiving, and seeking feedback is in the DNA of the organization. And when that happens, having conversations about performance, about how we're doing as a team or as individuals, informally, formally, becomes a part of your daily routine. So this is what organizations have to do. When you look at the managers or leaders from their point of view, they should be able to have conversations regularly as enabled by the system so that they can build the trust. And it's always important for them to realize and know the fact that having such conversation, the objective is only one, that is the improvement and the development of the person concerned. When they go about with this foundation and they ensure that the feedback that is being given is not personal and it's only about the behaviors or the actions pertaining to the context that's being discussed, and they are not judgmental and there is no comparison involved, when they ensure all these things in the conversations, it's easy to have a tough conversation. And one more word of advice to people who are getting feedback like, you are a rock star, you are the best. They are only receiving compliments as feedback and nothing else. Please dig deep, go back to your manager and ask for more details, more information, more inputs so that there is no surprise at the end of a certain period and you are in sync with each other's expectations. So, the next time when you are in a situation where you are supposed to give a tough feedback to somebody, I'm sure you're not going to think, I don't want to be the bad person, but you're excited to have the conversation because you are a good leader with the right intentions. Thank you.